Hello and welcome to your review of the week, a roundup of the top stories on KMTV over the last 7 days. Operation Stack was brought in again this week for the 6th time in a month, but a new solution has been put forward. Nicola Everett reports.
A major meeting involving Kent MPs has suggested keeping the M20 open in both directions by creating a contraflow system on the northbound carriageway. This new system could be in place as early as next week if necessary. Operation Stack has caused travel chaos again this week as a perfect storm of problems led to a build-up of traffic trying to cross the channel. Previous industrial action in Calais, heavy tourist and freight traffic and a reduction in ferry crossings have all created the backlog.
Doubts have been raised that a new lower speed limit on the Sheppey Crossing will improve safety. Graham Stothard has more.
Yesterday we reported on the Sheppey Crossing's new speed limit. The Highways Agency surprised everyone by announcing it was lowering it from 70 to 50. Today, though, there have been suggestions that the measure doesn't go far enough and will, in essence, be redundant. The MP for this area, Gordon Henderson, has campaigned passionately for better safety on this bridge. Now, he's expressed concern to our sister newspaper, the Sheerness Times-Guardian, that many people weren't obeying the original 70-mile-per-hour speed limit, so why would they obey this new 50-mile-an-hour one? And I have to say, and as you can probably see, there are some people who are clearly flouting that new limit. And with the fatal crash of a mother and her son and the infamous 150-car pile-up still lodged in the memory of those who regularly use the bridge, it's unlikely the MP will be the only one to question the effectiveness of the measure. This is Graham Stothard for KMTV on the Isle of Sheppey.
A man's been arrested and now released on bail after armed police were called to a house in Medway. Joanna Earle reported for us on Tuesday.
Several homes were evacuated and roads cordoned off after officers surrounded the property in Brookside in Hoo last night. It followed reports of a person with a gun. Police say a man's been arrested on suspicion of firearms offences and inquiries are continuing.
In other news, a Kent woman's been detained under the Mental Health Act after admitting killing her 5-year-old son in a car fire. Tommy Sheldon died in hospital 2 weeks after being pulled from the burning vehicle in Hampshire last August. A construction manager's avoided being sent to prison after one of his employees was buried alive in a trench in Swellcliffe. 40-year-old Wayne Cooper from Westgate in Thanet was convicted of health and safety failures. He's been given a 12-month suspended sentence and told to pay £100,000 in fines and costs. And a woman from Maidstone who posed as a doctor, despite having no medical training and treating over 90 patients, has been jailed. The 39-year-old from Bridgeside Mews pleaded guilty to 9 charges, including 4 of fraud, and has been jailed for 2 years and 4 months. Peaches Geldof's Kent home has reportedly been sold more than a year after she died from a drugs overdose. Graham Stothard has more details.
More than 1 year on since the mother of two's death, the house remains absolutely silent. Things like this now overgrown playground, an eerie reminder of the tragedy that befell this family. However, it looks like that could be about to change, as there are reports the house has been sold. The buyer is unknown, but it had been on the market for £995,000 and it no longer is. The 25-year-old was found in a bedroom by her husband Tom Cohen, and the coroner eventually ruled her death was drug-related. This is Graham Stothard, KMTV in Ruton.
And finally, thrill seekers in Margate have got their first glimpse of the next round of new attractions on offer at Dreamland. Jem Collins went to take a look.
From the top of Dreamland's big wheel, it certainly seems as if the park is all about the rides. But that's not all the vintage seaside attraction has to offer. It was just over a month ago that Dreamland finally reopened its doors to the public after a decade-long hiatus. And today it opened its doors again for another preview, this time for its summer shows, including the circus and diving. With everything from aerial acts to rope walking, the team here are hoping that their increased offering will help to draw in yet more crowds to one of the country's original seaside pleasure parks. The preview did also see the launch of a number of new rides, but there was one notable exception, with the scenic railway still not yet ready for its first passengers.
Not yet, but they have been running the chassis. We've been having action on the scenic railway, so it's getting exciting, and we just have to watch this space. But as soon as we know anything, we will be letting people know through our website, social media, etc.
The park also remained tight-lipped about the number of visitors they've welcomed over the past month, but did say it was in the tens of thousands. Those who were here, though, seemed to be enjoying their day.
Yeah, I loved it. Very, very, very good. So good.
We've been a couple of times already. So. Yeah, we came on the opening day, and then we brought, well, my godson, your nephew, came down a week later. He loved it.
Motorbikes and the caterpillar and the circus, and so mainly everything we've been on.
Yeah. This is Jem Collins at Dreamland in Margate for KMTV.
There's more local news on KMFM, and you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook. But that's it from KMTV.